everybody, it's Mage Captain Gilshanks, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X The Nose Figure Challenge. So, we have entered the inner sanctum of this Zanarkand temple of sorts. And now we've completed our last Cloister of Trials, and you know what happens after we complete Cloisters of Trials? We get new Aeons, but not just any Aeon. Today we are going after the final Aeon. But Jex kind of spoiled something for us, or rather the Fireflies that are now recreating what he once said when he was here 10 years ago, as weird as that sounds. What do you mean there is no final Aeon? So let's find out what he meant by that question, I guess you can say.
This isn't a faith, it's just an empty statue.
That statue lost its power as a faith long ago. It is Lord Zaon, the first faith of the final summoning. What you see before you is all that remains of him. Lord Zaon his soul is gone.
Gone?
You mean there is no final Aeon?
But fear not. Lady Yunalesca will show you the path. The final Aeon will be yours. The Summoner and the final Aeon will join powers. Go to her now. Inside, the lady awaits.
Yuna, wait! Auron, you knew this was gonna happen, didn't you?
Yes.
Why didn't you tell us?
If I had told you the truth, would that really have stopped you from coming? Yuna.
I'm not going back.
Kimahri knows. Kimahri goes first. Yuna is safe. Kimahri protect.
I love how Titus is always like the last one to enter pretty much any room. He just stands there with his arms folded, with that skeptical look on his face, and then the player actually gains control of him again. Alright, so anyway, I just want to let you guys know, we have well, not really a whole series of cutscenes, but we have two very long cutscenes coming up. One of them is pretty decent, and the other one leads straight to a boss battle. Now, I'm going to include options to skip these cutscenes for those of you who are not really interested in the story so much, because they are tremendously long. This is going to be a long video, and there's just no getting around that. But, for those of you who are interested in the story, this is probably my favorite part in the entire game, pretty much, or at least one of my favorite parts in the entire game, undoubtedly. So, I've been looking forward to recording this one for a while. And so, without any more stalling, let's walk on forward and see what we've got.
Someone's coming! Lady Yunalesca.
Welcome to Zanarkand. I congratulate you, Summoner. You have completed your pilgrimage. I will now bestow you with that which you seek. The final summoning will be yours. Now, choose. You must choose the one whom I will change to become the faith of the final summoning. There must be a bond between Chosen and Summoner, for that is what the final summoning embodies. The bond between husband and wife, mother and child, or between friends. If that bond is strong enough, its light will conquer sin. 1,000 years ago, I chose my husband Zaon as my faith. Our bond was true, and I obtained the final Aeon. There is nothing to fear. You will soon be freed of worry and pain. For once you call forth the final Aeon, your life will end. Death is the ultimate and final liberation. Your father, Braska, chose this path.
It is not too late. Let us turn back. If I turn back, who will defeat sin?
Would you have some other summoner and his guardians go through this?
But... my lord, there must be another way.
This is the only way we got now. Fine. Make me the Faith. I've been doing some thinking. My dream is back in the other Zanarkand. I wanted to make that runt into a star blitz player. Show him the view from the top, you know. But now I know there's no way home for me. I'm never gonna see him again. My dream's never gonna come true. So make me the Faith. I'll fight sin with you, Braska. Then maybe my life will have meaning, you know?
Don't do this, Jecht. If you live, there may be another way. We'll think of something, I know.
Believe me, I thought this through. Besides, I ain't getting any younger, so I might as well make myself useful.
Jecht?
What? You're not gonna try to stop me too?
Sorry. I mean... thank you.
Braska still has to fight sin, Auron. Guard him well. Make sure he gets there. Well, let's go.
Lord Braska, Jecht.
What do you want now?
Sin always comes back. It comes back after the calm, every time. The cycle will continue and your deaths will mean nothing.
But there's always a chance it won't come back this time. It's worth trying.
I understand what you're saying, Auron. I'll find a way to break the cycle.
You have a plan?
Jecht?
Trust me, I'll think of something.
And the cycle went on.
We'll break it.
But how? What, you got a plan now?
If one of us has to become a Faith, I volunteer.
Me too, Yuna.
That still won't change anything, you know? You'd bring the calm, and then what? That won't break the cycle!
Listen. You want to defeat Sin and keep Yuna alive. You don't want Sin to come back, yeah? That is just not gonna happen, brother, you know?
If you want everything, you'll end up with nothing.
But I want everything!
Now you're being childish.
I give up. So what would an adult do then? They know they can just throw away a summoner, then they can do whatever they like. You're right. I might not even have a chance. But no way am I gonna just stand here and let Yuna go. And what Auron said about there being a way, I think it's true.
You'll think of... something?
Yes. I'll go ask Yunalesca. She's got to know something.
You really think she'll help you?
I don't know. But I have to try. This is my story. It'll go the way I want it. Or I'll end it here.
Wait. You say it's your story, but it's my story too, you know? It would be so easy to let my fate just carry me away, following the same path my whole life through. But I know I can't. What I do with no regrets.
Okay. I know this seems kind of weird to do this, but I'm going to make a quick jump cut after having gone and saved. And the reason why is because I really don't want to have to record all of that all over again if I mess up and have to do this for a third time now. So, that said, this would be a good opportunity to let you guys know that you want to make sure that you have Titus, Riku, and Lulu at their full overdrives if you're doing the No Sphere Grid Challenge. And you want to make sure you have at least a couple of Chocobo feathers. Not really required, but it's definitely going to be helpful. Let's just put it that way. And you want to make sure that you stole a few of those gems at some point. You know, whether it's the fire gems or whatever else. Just anything that has like a multiple hit effect. And okay, we are back. All the right people are in the party, and let us go and do this. Now, first things first, I will say, yes, I know we have a ton of plot things to talk about, but I kind of want to save that for the next episode because we still have a lot left to do, and we have another really long cutscene coming up before all that, so, let's just walk on forward, and we'll save the next episode for recapping and, you know, discussing what we just learned about the plot, because we actually have a lot more to learn about the plot. Who would have thought? So, as we go into this inner sanctum, let the next really long cutscene begin.
Have you chosen the one to become your faith? Who will it be?
Might I ask something first? Will sin come back even should I use the final summoning to defeat it?
Sin is eternal. Every Aeon that defeats it becomes sin in its place. And thus is sin reborn.
So that's why Jack became Sin.
Sin is an inevitable part of Spira's destiny. It is never-ending.
Never-ending? But if we atone for our crimes, sin will stop coming back, yeah? Someday it'll be gone, yeah?
Will humanity ever attain such purity?
This cannot be! The teachings state that we can exercise sin with complete atonement! It's been our only hope all these years!
Hope is comforting. It allows us to accept fate, however tragic it might be.
No! Where is the sense in all this? Braska believed in Yevon's teachings and died for them. Jack believed in Braska and gave his life for him.
They chose to die because they had hope. Yevon's teachings and the final summoning give the people of Spira hope. Without hope, they would drown in their sorrow. Now choose. Who will be your faith? Who will be the one to renew Spira's hope?
No one. I would have gladly died. I live for the people of Spira, and would have gladly died for them, but no more. The final summoning is a false tradition that should be thrown away.
No, it is our only hope. Your father sacrificed himself to give that hope to the people, so they would forget sorrow.
Wrong. My father wanted to make Spiro's sorrow go away, not just cover it up with lies.
Sorrow cannot be abolished. It is meaningless to try.
My father, I loved him, so I will live with my sorrow.
I will live my own life.
I will defeat sorrow in his place. I will stand my ground and be strong. I don't know when it will be, but someday I will conquer it. And I will do it without false hope.
Poor creature. You would throw away hope. Well, I will free you before you can drown in your sorrow. It is better for you to die in hope than to live in despair. Let me be your liberator.
Now! This is it! Now is the time to choose. Die and be free of pain, or live and fight your sorrow. Now is the time to shape your stories. Your fate is in your hands.
Yuna needs Kimahri. Kimahri protect Yuna.
Well, I'm fighting.
I can't believe we're gonna fight Lady Yunalesca. Give me a break.
You can always run.
I'd never forgive myself. No way. Not if I ran away now. Even in death, yeah?
My thoughts exactly.
Yuna! This is our story. Now let's see this thing through together.
Okay, at long last, the boss battle that you've all been waiting for. Yes, I've been getting comments about this bitch, and yes, I mean that. She's a friggin' bitch. Seriously, I've been getting comments about this one since the beginning of the LP. That's how curious people have been about this one. And for those of you guys who don't know this game, she's a bitch. Allow me to reiterate, she's a tramp. Okay, anyway, the first thing you want to do is, as always, you want to get the Wings of Discovery going on here. Now, she has 3 major stages, each one being creepier than the previous one. Riku's going to be your key player for stage 1, Titus is going to rock her in stage 2, and then Lulu's going to finish the job in stage 3, hopefully. But, in the meantime, what you want to do is defend for now. We can't really attack her yet until we're basically in the right position, and by that I mean by turns on the right side. We want to have Riku with haste cast on her, and we want to have Tice... let me start the whole thing over. That was really awkward. Okay. We want to have haste on Riku and Titus, and at the same time, we need to make sure that all 3 of them have above 300 HP. This is going to be difficult because she's a tramp, and she attacks us regularly, pretty much. And because 2 of these party members hardly have over 300 HP, it's going to be kind of difficult to keep them above that level. So, that's why this first part's kind of slow, but it makes it so much easier later on when she actually starts becoming a real challenge. So, first things first, you want to defend with Lulu because we can't really do much with her yet. But what we can do is have Titus keep everybody's HP afloat, and when Riku's turns come up, which doesn't happen often enough because we just used her overdrive, and therefore it's going to take her longer for her attacks to charge a little bit. When she does come up, we want to use 2 of our Chocobo feathers. I actually recommend having more than 2. That way you can cast it on all 3 of them, but for this file, all I have are 2 because I didn't really collect too many of them back when we were in the Thunder Plains and Cactars. This is how far in ahead you have to have things planned out. Now, I'll be honest with you, I didn't really plan everything out. I used a guide for a lot of stuff in this Let's Play. But nevertheless, this is what you basically have to do. So now, I want to use my second Chocobo Feather on Titus, because he has the most HP out of everybody here, so it's going to be the easiest to keep him in line. So now what we want to do is use a potion on Lulu, and once we're in a position where the boss isn't going to get another turn, and we can actually have everybody at their max HP and have Riku go, which we can't right now because, again, Titus is at low. Pain in my ass! Stop. Stupid bitch, stop attacking. I wish I can cast slow on her, but I don't have the sphere grid capacity for that. Or rather, you know what I mean. I didn't use the sphere grid to learn that ability, nor do I have an item to actually do it. So, we just need Riku to get another turn without the boss attacking us beforehand. So, hang on. We're defending here, and the boss is, yeah, making it very difficult for us. We're going to heal up Lulu because we really need her to not die. Just seeing as how we have Trio of 9,999 on her. Excellent. Everybody's at the right HP. And now Riku has our turn. So, once you're in this situation where everybody's at full HP, 2 of these characters have haste on them, and everybody has over that... I said that already. Just shut up already and use the damn item. Okay. What we want to do is go down here and use our fire gems. As you can see, I'm a little, like, on edge right now because this is the third time I've had to do this. That means this officially took more tries than Everett. Even though in my original practice file, I thought this boss wasn't as hard as Everett. I'm starting to change my mind a little bit. So welcome to Phase 2. Damn it, Japan. Really, though. What do you expect? With the way this tramp dresses, are you really that surprised that they give her a friggin' tentacle monster body? I'm not surprised, I'll tell you that much. I was kind of surprised at age 12, though I didn't really understand how these things work at. Now, what she just did was she used Hellbiter, which gives us the zombie effect. I mentioned this in Mount Gagazet, the fact that zombification really sucks. And what it does basically is it makes it so that you can't actually heal yourself. So if you try to, it'll just damage you. I think we actually did that on a guard in the previous video as well. We tested that theory. So it wouldn't be such a bad thing because I do have holy waters and that cures you of the zombification and you think, okay, well, what's the big deal? And then I just heal afterwards, right? Well, there's kind of a catch there because the third form of this boss immediately starts by casting Megadeath, which will basically wipe out any party member that's not a zombie. Yeah, this is the reason why everybody hates this boss so much. I can't blame them. So, what you want to do is make sure everybody's in the zombie form. And now that Titus is actually going first, we are going to use our Slice and Dice. And we're going to see if we can take this damn boss down. This particular form of the boss only has 6,000, not 6,000, 48,000 HP. I don't know where I came up with that idea from. Yeah, 48,000. And that should hopefully be the end of it, right? Okay, go. For a second, I thought she wasn't going to transform. Okay. Now, here comes the creepy form. For those of you guys who have watched the Japanese version of Soul Eater, this is the form that's really going to give you trouble. And the first thing she does is Megadeath, which in this case is going to miss, but nevertheless, it's something you got to watch out for, especially in a regular run where your first instinct is to heal everybody. Now, if my PS2 controller obeys me, this can be the end of the battle right here. But it tends to not obey me, so I'm expecting to have to pull out somebody and come in with Riku with an Aeon. So let us use our Fire Fury, and let us try to at least get in 7 hits. Please, controller. Please, controller. Yes! Woo! Yeah! Go down, you whore! Yeah! Stupid bitch, put her in her place. Fuck yeah! This boss sucks! And I managed to at least get her on the 3rd try, so it's not that bad. Woo! I was getting so tired of recording those cutscenes over and over again. Such a pain in the ass. Alright, but yes, we did it. At long last, this boss has been defeated. Now, this video is probably really long by now, but that's okay. Whatever. This is a special occasion, okay? So that's good. I'm gonna wait for a good chance to do an outro, though, because we have another cutscene.
So does the final Aeon. And with it, Spira's only hope.
Then we'll find Spira a new hope.
Fool. There is no other way. Even if there was, even if you did destroy Sin, you, Yevon, the Immortal, would only create Sin anew.
You, Yevon?
Ah, Zeon. Forgive me. Spira has been robbed of the light of hope. All that remains is sorrow.
I cannot believe what we just did.
Let's do something more unbelievable.
What?
Destroy Sin, so it won't come back. And without the final Aeon. I don't know how just yet, but I'll find out.
Alright, so, thank you guys for watching. In the next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy X, first things first, I want to go over all these major plot points that we covered in this episode. I just didn't really have time to talk about it over the course of that really intense boss battle. And after that, we're actually going to move things forward and pretty much progress towards a series of events that's going to lead to the last major area of the game. Yeah, well, actually, we're probably not going to do that yet because I want to go after Jax. Okay, never mind that. See you guys next time.